So many emblems. Ooh, did I just see a leaf? A goddamn leaf. I want to put a bit of spice into his emblem. I want my jewel-headed eagle thing. Come on. I know you're there somewhere. We gave it to the DDR. That's good. Come to me, tricolor. I'm probably going the wrong way for tricolors. No, 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 yes. Is it red, blue, red, or blue, red, blue? Red, blue, red. Well, that'll have to do them. There's nothing wrong with having a leaf on your flag, says Hodja. Who invited the Canadians here? Right, I need to give you land, and this land divvying out isn't the easiest, so let's look at this. Alright, forget you guys seeing it. I want to see it. I'm going to have this on my full screen so I can tell. I'm going to use the Lake Bajral as my point of reference here. Which means they actually get this province. Dang, good thing I already started coring this. I started coring this, right? Good thing. Hell, let's just core them all, and anything that I'm giving out, I just cancel the core on when it comes to it. All right, what'll it be? They get quite a lot of provinces, these guys. They're pretty fussy. They're even getting this. Oh well, needs must. And they get Kia. Alright, let's cancel the cores if I'm going to be giving them this land. Any more for any core? Soon enough. Not the most exciting part of this, but it's got to be done. I want my borders to be just right. Act and Orkhon and Kovsgol and Tsert something. Alright, we're getting even further over here. Uliastai. And there's more. They get Ulangom. And Olgi. And they're getting Kodbo. This is delicate. I don't want to make any mistakes here, but anything that I give them that I shouldn't give them is going to be a pain to get back. Alright, they're also getting Zak's Chin. And Zas Agd. And Kara Kara Kara. They should get Govi, but I'm taking Govi. I feel like that defected. Noyon. Okay. And they're getting some of these, so I need to cancel these cores. I think you're getting all of these. At least I still get half of the half of the stuff back from that. And I can't core anymore, so good thing I started them. It's outside of my range now that I broke it up thanks to that. Let's make sure that you're getting that. Yeah, you probably are. There we go. And they're getting these 4 provinces as well. Lucky buggers. Alright, there you go. So Noyon. Dundgovi. Dorongovi. It's not very high development land, so go figure they're not getting a lot of liberty desire out of it. Or overextension out of it. That's what I meant, overextension of course. My mind's going to places. Setsen. Bayan Tumen. Kerlen. Finally, Bayan Ul. Glorious. There we go. Mongolian People's Republic is 99% done. They get marched. I make it explicitly clear that I want this province off of the Oirat. And someday I'm going to have to fight the Ming for that. Ooh, I could bring in Timmy for that. That will be done. Otherwise, we get these cores going along. And I still have freedom of movement around this area. A single 40k stack should be able to take care of any rebels around here. If I just put them on somewhere that has some supply limit, which is hard to come by in these parts, it seems. Very hard. I'd rather you were a bit more central to all these provinces I took. No? Okay, stay there then. You guys are coming back. It's a long way home, but we gotta go home. As for you folks, yeah, get you over here somewhere. Maybe over to Cap Shack. Can you threaten war in a tributary? I don't know. Probably. Should be able to. How cute Nitra wants to give me enlightenment for ridiculous amounts of money. I still didn't get enlightenment, now it's going to be even harder to get because I took more land that just jacks up the cost. Fortunately, not all the land was for me. Infiltration of Sweden. Montenegro gets 75 in their spy network in Sweden. What's left of it? Are you the #1 great power? Oh god, yes. If I wasn't, that would be something to be worried about. My score is going down thanks to tech, but otherwise we're okay. Off we trot. It's a long way back, but get over there somewhere. Nothing wrong with having a leaf on your flag. You guys hearing that? Well, I missed a spot. I didn't core Kuru, but I will be able to once we have the adjacent areas cored. Oh wow, now it wants me to deal with these folks. I'd rather still deal with the Catholics, thanks. Jake, remember to take Katmanch... What? Do you mean this stuff? Well, we're going to do our colonization once we have admin tech 26. But boy, do I want my enlightenment. It takes so long to spread. I'd probably benefit from actually having institutions spread then, if I do care about it like that. But even so, god, those rates are slow. I wonder if I can actually sort you by religion, then we can focus on the Catholics. I don't even care about the costs being so high, honestly. I just want to make sure all this is orthodox so I don't have to worry about any revolts around here. Alright, that was nice. It was fairly clinical as well. We have a fort here. I don't really want this fort here, so away it goes. Doesn't really serve much purpose other than to draw people halfway across my country. So many subjects. Oh well, that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the game. Goodbye, Dip. Policies hurt it, Diplo hurts it. I suppose that's making it good that Aki focuses on Diplo. Once I have admin tech 26, I shouldn't have any need for admin, really. Don't have a lot to core for myself, even. No, I'm not taking Cuba, and I'm not taking Alaska, not Soviet. Ah, right, I've got you cored, and I've got you cored to a degree, and both of them are going to the Polish People's Republic, who's still horrifically in debt. Stolp and Sternberg. It is Polish, right? And let me check my map again. Yeah, probably. Focus Diplo, Jake. I'm actually going to focus admin until we get this going. Because we're hurting on admin quite a bit right now. Oh. That's some genuine units of mine burning there. Can they get out with their lives? Yeah, barely, but they can. Well, with their lives is relative speaking. Also, if only I still had that fort, right? Would have protected the province. Ah, my. Yeah, I need to buy expansion ideas. That's why I'm keeping it on admin for a wee while. That's pretty much calming right now. Lovely. Got good relations with our friends Timmy. Be able to bring him into my war with... Oh my, they really are at it. Be able to bring him into my war with Ming when it inevitably happens. People's Republic of Korea is very happy with us, no doubt. I did bring them into existence after all. If only my economy were stronger. Always hemorrhaging ducats. Just leave behind a couple to siege that. Go and take care of this errant army. Worm. Yeah, why use Worm? He's not the best fighter. He knows which phase comes first, but there are better fighters out there. Mongolian People's Republic are actually not in Rebel Hell, probably because they have those tolerant ideas. Humanism. Not my favorite, but you already know that. Let's backstep with you just a little bit. A hurting economy is a true Soviet way. Like I said, we're just going for the borders, not the everything else about being Soviet. I wonder if the Soviets would really go this far to purge all things religious. But yeah, I'm focusing on Catholics so that all this is safe from revolt, and then we'll go and do the Tengris. Humanist Mongolia, annex and recreate. Well, that's the nature of client states that you pump out. Still don't know who has those. Hang on, why am I not spying on Korea? I am, there we go, but it takes quite a lot to steal some maps if I recall. Looking at the wrong one after all. Steal maps requires 50. I've got to try to get there. Unless the French have maps of East China Sea, or is it East Siberia? Either way, they might. East Siberia, 10 provinces. Sure. No. You got anything on Japan? No, I need units adjacent here. How about East Chinese Sea, though? Now we're talking. Oh. I think I know what culture has spread there, if you can call it culture. And I thought we'd go without fighting the Spaniards here. Guess I thought wrong. Ah, why run into mountains there? Well, we'll do it anyway. Innovativeness, yes please. When I get, when I eventually get this institution, and someday I will. Oh, well look at that. It totals 10% of Montenegrin development. I guess not the correct 10%. When I get enlightenment, that brings in coal because we have such high innovativeness. Good to know. Gotta ride that golden era to 33. But gosh, do I want to embrace... I really want to embrace enlightenment. purely for that cultural enrichment. Enlightenment's actually growing over there. Enlightenment's growing here? What is this? I could actually dev up a bit for it, but I don't want to. Did say I would dev Zeta though, didn't I? The cost is high. Some costs are a bit lower. Double time it, head on over. Good. And let's make sure we have the full assortment of generals, because I like having lots of generals in the late game. It makes me feel like we've come a long way. We're going to actually have the Twink Fox joining us. Wow, those are some really mediocre rolls for this point in the game. Then again, we've had such great generals, it's probably asking a bit much to demand that they all be the world's finest. What are you up to, Timmy? Why are you at war? Great Britain, probably involving Kilwa as usual. Yeah, what's left of Kilwa? No, actually, they're gunning down Brunei. That's a big chunk of AI British Africa, more than you tend to see. Africa's getting full-on raced for. Unusual. Good, we can get you cored now, and that's all the cores either happening or happened. And come on, game, just a little bit more. You need 10%, but we only have 10%. I just need it in one of these other provinces then. It surely isn't too far away from the likes of... Oh, okay. Is there any province where it's close to being in? Not really, because my development is so bad. Even the likes of... Grim to think that Hungarian provinces of all provinces are helping me out here. Maybe buying the institution off my subject doesn't seem so bad anymore. Could certainly conquer it, but I think it might be better just to dev my capital to get a little bit more. I don't know how much it needs though. It could be one of those things that you really gotta pour in. Now we're talking. That is brutally expensive. But we're gonna do it. Before we do it, let us consider some things. Let us consider the whole reason that I want this so fast. And that is, of course, the cost of culturally enriching my provinces. That is painful, says it's a shill. Such is the nature of the way we've played. Let's take an example province that we're going to culturally enrich, like Azov here. Azov already has a lot of things reducing its cost. It's a 9-dev province, but it only costs 27 to convert to Serbian. Golden Era, innovativeness, religious, cultural unity, adjacency to teen, all very nice, but 27 is still a bit more than I'm willing to spend. When we embrace this, which we do right now at massive cost, it goes all the way down to 10. That's pretty nice. That's pretty very nice. I think it's time that we have a whole load of cultural enrichment going on. For you know, the whole world belongs to the Serbs. We find where the Serbs are, and we pretty much divvy conversions out to all adjacent provinces. Whether we accepted the provinces, the cultures previously, or not. This is the real nature of the campaign. Even though I said no to more to more conversion of culture campaigns. Look at these prices. Oh man. Wipe out these filthy Tatars. 3, 4, 5, 3, 3. This is what it's all about. You too, Shipshack. Think I'm gonna be sick, says Dark Young. Wow. Let's not be nasty to our glorious Serbs here. It's a pretty good load of Serbian. More could be done here, probably when they have some adjacencies going on. I don't want to overspend. We can come back for a few more when more of it is spread. Do we have any more elsewhere? About those Finns. I'm not so sure about the Finns. Oh, how did I miss you? Ah, what the hell, let's have Kaban done. I'm looking for a big, long stretch of Serbian here. And I think I'm gonna get it. Just you wait. Okay, great, but the slight problem of hemorrhaging money is still present. Nivk wished to rise up on me. No doubt around here, where it's a bit harder for me to get to. Whatever. If we have to waltz on over there, we have to waltz on over there. Still, these prices are way too high. Let's try and save a bit of dosh. Save a lot of dosh, only pay for our army when the rebels rise. Oh, there's the rebels. Why do I have a looming disaster? Aspiration for liberty. Because my absolutism is too high, and I need 3 stability. Well, when we get these cores done, I will be able to get 3 stability, so I'm not too worried about that. Gutted. Goodbye, money. And I've already punched the burgers for dosh. I'd like to punch them for a bit more. It's a bit expensive. It's very expensive, but... yeah, it's very expensive. No buts. What I can do then is stop my policies, especially ones for advancement effort. Goodbye development. Goodbye defensiveness. Goodbye your defensiveness as well. I still like having the manpower one here though. It's not very expensive because that's on our capital area. Oh yeah, these conversions are costing us dosh as well, but it's okay, it's not significant. Come on, Glory Hill. I know this isn't the job you set out for, but sometimes you just gotta get it done. And once we have these guys, hang on, a 43 development province? Good God, Deren. No wonder you were enlightenmenting. Have to remember that coal will be on its way soon. Also, a coalition will probably be on the way soon. If ever I wanted to strike Austria down, it'd be useful. Frankfurt. Frankfurt's at war with Scandinavia. Interesting that. It's a shame it involves Mecklenburg, so I can't exactly hop on freebie here. Yeah, attacking into the Empire is still a bit of a pain. But if Scandinavia are still allied with Austria, then I think that is going to be my way into taking lands for Nitra. But I'm not in a hurry to do that. Unlike my rebels, Buryats this time. Buryats. Come on lads, get together. Not only do we have Mongolian People's Republic here, we actually have them with an army set up. Excellent. What's the plan for the Spanish Kyrills? We will fight the Spanish and we'll take the Kyrills away from them. It's not a complicated plan, but it doesn't need to be. Glorious. Unangol. Interesting, because I could probably thwack you down with some autonomy Tell these guys to autonomize it. Maybe take care of some of these while we're at it. It's kind of tempting to smash them down, but I don't want to hemorrhage all of my absolutism here. Once these cores are done, we finally become stable. Maybe not Kuru, it's only 4 development. It's not going to get in the way of my plans there. Ooh, I can actually claim Kamchatka from here. Glacial garbage, though. Ooh, they found gold. I hope they don't migrate. Can they even? No, it doesn't look like they can. I need to get my ideas going so that I can check it all out, though. Want that gold. Yeah, Darren has ridiculous dev. How did they even manage? It's going to be hell and high water to convert it, but I think I'm gonna state this up. Look at the development in it. You'd be mad not to. Then again, it's very far away from home. It would be very expensive to administrate. I think we'll leave it be, actually. We'll just subtly enjoy making a bit of dosh on the province. Some of these conversions are starting to really cost. What in the world is Bells up to that they're costing so much? 17 development, I suppose, will do that. This again. Sod off. I really love this, but I'm gonna have to get rid of my professional Diplo core and just pass my War Exhaustion by Defender of the Faith because it's costing me too much dip. Barely make dip. Well, no, this one still brings down War Exhaustion. That's rather nice. And I'm going to get rid of Military Zeal Act. Going to try to actually save on points now. Cores are done. Still a couple more to wait on. I will get my stability back, though, because I do not want Aspiration for Liberty. Aspirations are illegal. Wonder if I could force you to break up with Aragon here. Almost. Their trust towards me is so eroded. I'm gonna make a cheeky little claim on you, and there's nothing you can do about that. I'm also gonna steal maps from Korea about Japan? No, because I don't have a boat here. I need a boat here. Oh, that can be arranged. 5 cheeky little boats there, and maybe a heavy frigate or 2. This just feels great. Just great. These places don't want to revolt on me, which is rather nice, so I'm going to get rid of this fort. Otherwise, what's there to do? It's really just clean up the big fight that I have remaining is against Timurids. I need this land off of them. But I want that to be one of the last things I do, because that could get messy in a lot of ways. I also want to throw them at the Ming over this one Oirat province. Maybe I will do so when the Timmies are not busy in some other war against GB. But I think Timmy could take on Ming just fine. Otherwise, there are border adjustments to be made here in Europe as well. And some of you have way too many allies. Well, there's actually a thought. Scandinavia gets me in a war with Hanover, who I need to take land off of. Quite a bit of land, to be sure. And Austria, who I need to take land off of. I could hammer both of them separately in that war with Scandinavia. Norway's a non-factor. That way I don't have to tread on the Emperor's toes. Bohemia is allied with the Emperor, which is a damn shame, because then Frankfurt would get involved and bring in people that I honestly don't care about. Still need to think about when my army is back there and able to be useful. Rival Scandinavia. Humiliate them in the war. Are they available as that? Yes, they are. That's a good idea then. I do want this one province off of them as well, for the border's sake. Okay, that's plenty of that done. Let's have our +3 stability. Laugh at the idea of aspiration for liberty. Laugh at the idea of having admin points. I really need separation of powers, or else all this colonization won't get done anytime soon. But the heretics sure get converted. We don't have a huge problem with rebels. A fair few of them want to rise up, but fair enough. Oh, well, that solves some of our money problems. Thank you, Gold Rush. I think I'll invest that in purging some Catholics. Yeah, Scandinavia is the sensible way to go here. I separate peace both Hanover and Austria for most of their land. The downside is... well, there's a big downside, and that's the Emperor probably demanding it back off of my subjects. And I don't think I have a clean way to dismantle. That's a lot of people getting involved. Let's see, if I declare war on Frankfurt, that brings in Provence and the Netherlands, and Frankfurt, of course. But I'd need to somehow deal with Saxony, Mecklenburg, and Hanover. Hanover hate my guts. Declaring war on Hanover could bring in Frankfurt and Frankfurt's friends. Doesn't deal with Mecklenburg and Saxony, though. Mecklenburg, yeah. I wonder if I could ally Mecklenburg and Saxony. And then I only have to fight these guys to dismantle the HRE. Could be a load off my back. Can you punch the clergy? I can usually punch the clergy, but I could certainly get some support out of them. Thank you, clergy. And I certainly want the dosh out of you guys, but I gotta wait until 27 to do so. I'll pass, I don't need that mill power right now. Excellent. An inventor and entrepreneur from Moskva has come up with a new type of coke-fired blast furnace. Base production in Moskva, coal and iron provinces are more likely to trigger industrialization events. There wasn't anything I was doing to Moskva before this, like, you know, making it Serbian. No, it's got separatism. Fair enough. Still, thanks for the iron. Construction, development, and production efficiency. Groovy. We'll get that coal soon enough, but I need the Enlightenment to be present there first. Oh, I missed that. Austria had a guarantee out on Ravensburg, but they allied them now. Could you make coal furnaces? I should definitely be making coal furnaces as soon as I can. I don't know if anywhere has gotten the coal yet. Probably not. Do I have the technology to build those after all? Yeah, I do. It's only 21. Isn't Saxony allied to Frankfurt? Saxony's allied with Silesia. So that would bring in Frankfurt, Silesia. Yeah, Silesia is not really what I'm looking for in all of this. Difficult maze, and that's kind of why I don't want to take on or dismantle the HRE. But if they demand this land for my subjects, that's going to be an irritant for me. Harumph. Also, where does the... yeah, that's way too small for you guys to see, but I can look at it closer. I'm looking at the Polish border with Germany. They're going to get this, and then it just slides down here. Alright. All the more reason to take on Silesia sooner or later. It's just the whole empire thing. Yeah, I mean, Silesia have pathetic allies, but the fact that they're in the HRE is bothersome. But I reckon one good war with Scandinavia is going to get most of what I want out of this. And I could just core it up for myself. There's no big bad against doing that. Except for the obvious cost. Oh, I like that money. I'm actually taking that dosh. I have other ways to get Patriarch authority. Like so. And like so. Can't you remove the provinces from the HRE anyway? Only once I've cored them. So yeah, I could core it myself and then pass it on. It's probably what I'll end up doing for a bunch of it. I do core... now the whole point of having these guys is having them do the coring work. I shouldn't have to do this kind of grunt work myself. Oh, do I have my boats here yet? I do! Swell. Then Korea, please let me steal some maps of Japan. There we go, one Kirill. Alright, subject, rebels wish to rise up, let's be ready for them. If only our spinners could keep up, provinces that produce wool, cloth, silk, or cotton are more likely to get industrialization, and Bessarabia gets production. Glad I've held on to Bessarabia and never ever given it to Wallachia. They're not getting it. You know, if only... If only... Am I changing any cultures adjacent here? I am not. Be nice and cheap to do it in Yetistan. And then once it's done, we spread it to the other places. Ah, there we go. Karakov's got the coal. That means Karakov is getting a brand new furnace. Finally, all of our money problems are going to disappear. For good. Some of these are so expensive to do, but I really want the Catholics gone. Kosovo, welcome to your brand new blast furnace. I know it's not gold, but coal with a furnace is so much better than one gold province. Oh. Oh my. Imereti as well. Do you have space for it? Of course you do. Give me that coal. And also give me that tech. Getting expensive here. Still somewhere rose up, so maybe I shouldn't be throwing my army some disarray just yet. Lancers are apparently better to winged hussars. Well, I'll be... No. Gotta go for offensive shock when it comes to cavalry. There's no other option. Bring on the green coats, bring on the conversions. Ah, what a time of prosperity for, well, for us, really. Can I interest anybody in giving me vast amounts of money since I invested so much in enlightenment? Maybe the Timmies wouldn't mind it. First off, let's see where it is. Timmy, you got money for me, right? We'll see who wants it. Offer knowledge sharing. Many would like it. Timmy apparently can't. He would end up with a monthly deficit. Alright, who would give me the most ducats for it? Mali looks pretty good. Alright, Mali, show me the dosh. It's good for me that they become stronger as well. Why is Ming fighting France? The French Chapeau imperialist war, of course. So they're gunning down a tributary state. You know, if France actually go and crush Ming, then that would be a freebie for me to take over Ming's subject, but I doubt it. Doesn't seem like my subject's making a claim on that land I said they should. Oh, probably because they gotta do it on the Ming, right? Ah well, we'll get them dealt with sooner or later. Can you subsidize Timmy, then offer knowledge sharing, then cancel the subsidy? Potentially, but we didn't. We gave it to Mali. Besides, I need to fight Timmy eventually, so maybe it's not a good idea to strengthen him right now. Fighting Scandinavia looks like a bang-up job, though. He's a bit busy, and I do have these forts to protect me, and my army is back. I don't really know what to do with all these mercs, so I'll just send them over here, get these forts active. Yeah, I think war with Scandinavia is a good idea right now. They're not that strong. And my money situation, not to mention the manpower situation, looks really good. So I'm going to make myself a nice little template. It's going to have 32 of you, 8 of you, and 40 of you, all regulars. 32, 8, 40. And despite the immense cost, I'm going to hire you. I'll just shove you over here. Clunk. Excellent. Who would believe it, but we're actually in a great place for industrialization. Right, the big fight's going to be with Hanover and Austria, and I will want at least 4 of my 40 stacks available for that fight. Which is incidentally going to be all of you. First fight is with Austria. These guys are going to be... the 80 stack I just recruited, their job is going to be defending from Scandinavian incursion. Albanian revolutionaries. Christ, everybody needs a hobby. Don't worry, Albania, I shall save you from yourself. Let's get Volhynia done. God, that's disgustingly expensive. I'll make it slightly less disgustingly expensive with that. Yeah, Queen Regency doesn't stop me from declaring wars, and we are enjoying Queen Regent Elena Balsac. Aki will get to the throne soon enough. Are you skipping an Åland, which are rightfully Finnish? Rightfully Finnish indeed, but not rightfully Soviet, which is why we're not having them. Kudu is done. Another... that's right. We were going to spread glorious Serbian right around here. Can't do cars yet, it has problems. Why not Shirvan? Because it's already Serbian, of course. Can't believe how generous I am single-handedly solving... Hang on. You were already Serb right there. Single-handedly solving all these ethnic disputes. I'm a nicer guy than I ever thought. Bye-bye, Georgians. Bye-bye, Georgians. Could you change the name of the Polish PR to Polska Republik Ludowa? It's a juicy Soviet name. No, the reason it's Polish PR is because the name limit is really short. I wanted to call it Polish People's Republic, but it was too many characters. Just can't... Oh, I do like military thinkers, except I just teched. Wow, also giving us the coal. Also giving us the furnace fun. Well, goodbye money, but... Diplo relations, that's actually something I need right now. I will be taking that and running. The burghers won't be happy. The nobility actually gain a dangerous amount of influence there. Wouldn't mind the burghers being happy since I'm demanding their money. But the nobility being unhappy also costs me a fair bit of money. There we go. And if the burghers aren't so happy, I can just give them some monopoly charters and tell them in no uncertain terms where to go and what to do. Ah, hello, Red. Great, next 40 stack gets over here. We declare the war on Scandinavia. But it's really a war to take down the Austrians. And that next flow of culture conversions we get in, we'll have a look and see how the Serbian growth is looking. It's going to be the girthiest culture. Bell's taken care of. Bohemia's still working on it. Ottoman's still holding on to Gars as they rightfully deserve. Jake, thanks for providing free entertainment during this trying time. Well, yep. Entertaining for who? Are you a Serb? It's okay, you don't have to admit that in front of everybody. Right, Scandinavia, time for a maybe not phony war, but certainly there's more going on underneath the hood here. Today we are all Serbs, Jake. Thank you. Right. Again, I'd like to fight Austria, but this isn't about Austria. This is about Scandinavia. We're making it imperialism. I'm not making these guys co-belligerent because that would involve more people, and I shouldn't need to. The lands I demand are not outrageous. Or are they? 6, 7, 3, 16, 20-something, 30-ish, 40-ish. Yeah, I should be able to get everything off of you, provided that's what I'm after. Yeah, the borders don't go out outrageously. There will still need to be another HRE war, but all in due time. Also, you guys are probably melting over there. Get yourselves up here. And over there. Yeah, imperialism. Wham. Right, Austria. You gave me problems before. You won't give me problems today. Vienna's going down. This mountainous garbage is going down. You guys only have one siege between you. Man, I miss Glory Hill. Let's bring Glory Hill over here. Glory Hill must be pretty bored over here. Not a lot to do. No rebels to crush. I know Yeren will want to rise up soon enough. There you go, Bjakar. Have your nice little holiday in the metropolis of Deren. Probably the most developed province in this Montenegrin bloc. I don't need to keep spying on the Koreans, though. I will, however, lay... I've already got a claim on you. I still wanted you to break up with Aragon, but you're not going to have any of that, are you? Nah, not so threatened anymore. That's fine, I can take on the two of you. And I won't be getting that Aragonese friendship back. Remember, take Gors and Istra, Jake. Well, I'll try to remember, but I can't guarantee it. Hey, coal for my subject. Bet he's looking forward to that. Oh, I bet my other subjects aren't looking forward to this, though. It's okay, it's not a show superiority war, so just do whatever you feel like doing. I have quite the armies here, but it's not going to be enough against independent Hanover. Hanover is strong. But I should be able to carve my way through Austria here. In fact, get down. I'll have these mercs come in for general occupation, whilst the big stacks go for the forts. Now you might think what a noob trap he's sending all of his armies into these, and yeah, I could be doing it more effectively, but we have passive war exhaustion reduction for both policy and defender of faith, and our manpower is pretty good. Somogi. I am not building a furnace there because it's going to go to Hungary soon. Go, my pretties. Jake, lazy missionary, thanks for that. There are still Catholics to purge, but I won't be taking on much more Catholic land here. In fact, I won't be taking on any more Catholic land unless I do conquer Åland, and I wouldn't count on that. Oh, teen. Yes, and get the slaves from Azov to fuel it. Nice. My subjects are going to reinforce that. The enemy just took a big penalty, both crossing in and the terrain. But my subjects have crummy composition. They'll probably get shot to shreds. Yeah, they got shot to shreds, oh well. That's the downside of having marches this late on. It's better to have the land for yourself. But I want them. Alright, Vienna's down. Maybe I should purge some Austrians while I'm here. That would make me feel better about my life. Must have some Austrians watching right now. In fact, I know for a fact we have at least one. But I know you understand. Ooh. There are a sizable number of them, sire. I'm frontlining here. Ah, wow. Of course that wasn't the Austrians, it was the Hanoverians coming in for the kill. Good job, Hanoverians. I got too cocky. That's never happened before. Hurrah! Bring on the coal. Scandinavians aren't entering my country. Looks like they have other bigger problems right now. Germany's not feeling too hot. How's Austria feeling? Well, let's think about what we need from Austria, though. A lot. Jings, this will be expensive. I'm going to need to tear them a new one. Not to mention, I won't be making a lot of friends by doing this. Oh well, sometimes you just got to accept what comes your way. Urkan's getting all coaly as well. I might regret spending all this money. That's nice. That is pretty nice. Soon it'll all link up. AE isn't a problem if you just beat the coalitions, that is true. This isn't even the last of the fights that we'll be having. Alright, here you are. Yeah, I should take better note of the lack of Dosh reserves that I have right now. I'd like to get more out of the burghers here, but they would need more influence, which isn't impossible, I think. If I actually gave the burghers some land, I would prop up their influence an acceptable amount. They already have Novgorod, but I could certainly give them Neva. And Moskva, actually, I could certainly give them. Now they're a bit more influential, meaning I can get admiralship and recruit a minister, and then suddenly get some real dosh out of them. Not just dosh, I want the Diplo power. And then just immediately fire the admiral, because we don't want him. And now the dosh situation is saved, and there are more cultures that we can enrich. Get over here. I'm not going to regret having these forts off in case I make a beeline for it. Because we still do fight a lot of enemies. That's the thing about very hard mode, especially at the end of the game. So many units. And Kievans are next on the rising up list. It doesn't help that my allies are getting, well, my subjects are getting destroyed here. Still, with this fort down, that will be Austria down and out. Let's actually split you guys up. And then have you wait around in these lovely mountainous provinces. And then get these Merc scum of mine. Doing some other sieges. Don't mind if they die, no great loss. We get Austria kicked out, and that should make things flow quite a bit better for us. Might be tricky, but I have a lot of war score on them right now, and I will get more when the rest of them's occupied. They don't have a lot of defense in depth here. They do have quite a bit of fort defensiveness though, damn. Lucky nation, we'll see about that. There are still a lot of them. I shouldn't be so aggressively far ahead with small-ish units. Look at all those guys, I could turn right over here. Maybe highlands, but it's not high enough lands for me. Take a step back. Get these 2 sieges done so I can consolidate my fighting force. .72 war score in Austria. I'd need close to 100 to enforce this. He's very not happy about it. Yeesh, look at those fights. Get you over there with them. Right, these occupations are adding up nicely though. Close. Get a couple more occupations and then that is Austria out of the war. Austria with his 130 odd thousand units. They're not the strongest, but they are far from the weakest. Ongoing battle will keep him interested in the war, but once it's over, and, you know, I get these occupations that I'm so desiring, then that should be the end of him. Speaking of the end, that is the end of wrong-thinking Christianity inside my block. Well, my directly owned block, there's still a bit more in my subjects. Alright, just end that battle, and there we go. That is Austria dealt with. That coalition's terrifying. It involves Castile, it involves a whole lot of people. But at this point, I really should be setting about finishing off my borders in Europe. That means, actually, next year I should gun down Commonwealth before they join any coalitions. Means Aragon as well, but I should be able to finish them off in the patented one shot. Oh yeah. Means I'll probably also eat another coalition, but it shouldn't involve the Ottomans. They have no aggressive expansion. And of course my good friend Timurids would never dream of not joining me. It's a shame I didn't get my alliance with Aragon back. And a shame that I don't have other good allies, but in the coalition war we just gotta fight and fight. Anyway, Austria. I talk a lot here, but the point is, you're out. And give me a bit of my money for my troubles as well, too. Grand. So about coring. It's expensive to core. It's very expensive to core. But I think I'll just core it all up so that my subject doesn't end up throwing it away to the big bad HRE. That's some nice development. Shame I didn't state it up earlier, but oh well. Next up, Hanover. Nice that they don't have tons of forts. Even nicer that they have a level 2 and a level 4 fort. Should be easy to blow through. How are you guys not able to advance here? On you go. Where's the battle? It's in this province, isn't it? I don't have a way into that. However, maybe I can intercept you. I cannot. Well then, hold off going there for a little bit, please. Not in here to get slaughtered. Ah, perhaps Twink Fox wants to do the slaughtering. Goodbye, Admin 26 once again. We'll get there eventually. I can feel it. Oh man. Oh yeah, well I'm not going to be converting those. That's for my subjects to care about, not me.